wrap for you guys yesterday. Obviously, you came in with dog tags. I know some players have them. Just what was the overall feeling on the 10 days that you guys spent with the two-a-days like that?
We put in a lot of time. You know, the players were up every morning early. We had double sessions pretty much the whole way through, and you know, we just wanted to start off on the right foot and kind of establish, you know, our commitment to what we're doing and how we're doing it. You know, the energy level needed, the intensity needed, the overall focus needed for a group that's taken on a tough schedule right down the road here with a lot of new guys. So that was the basic, you know, idea or premise behind it. And you know, I was very pleased with the energy and the enthusiasm each day. You know, as it went on, obviously guys a little bit tired at times, but never sensed it. Never sensed it from the guys, and that's a big plus for 10 days going through that.
Are you further along 10 days in than you guys have been in the first couple seasons, given that, you know, guys, I mean, it's been a little more intense and they've spent a little more time together?
I think when you know, you go through that 10 days like we did, you know, I fully expected us to have a couple of really bad days in terms of whatever, energy or a little bit of focus, or, and it might not have been as a whole, but it might have been, you know, a couple guys dragging you down, but we didn't have that. So to be impressed, if I were to be impressed, that would probably be one of the areas that I pointed to. And you know, each class has had its surprises and ups and downs in terms of what's impressed the coaching staff. So, but overall, like I said, everyone's had really good moments, and if we're going to be a good basketball team, we need to be consistent as a team, and we were consistent for 10 days.
Any one or two guys particularly stand out?
You know, it's hard to say. It's hard to say that because they've all been pretty good, but a couple that have, you know, taken our eye and done a good job. Rookies, we talked as a staff last night. Stephon Drain has done a really good job. Probably a guy that's a little under the radar. Just fundamentally, you know, been impressive. Effort-wise and attitude and making a big jump right now is Cliff Dixon. He's been, you know, he's been very good. He's been very intense, listening, more focused than before. And you know, we have a thing also. We give out Purple Hearts during practice, and a Purple Heart can be an effort play. It could be diving on the ball. It could be taking a charge. It could be just being a great leader, showing great intensity, competing. And he led the team in the 10 days in Purple Hearts, and by a large margin. And you're talking about going against some guys that regularly get those types of awards, like a Stephon Pettigrew. Now, Stephon was right there too, but Cliff has been impressive as well. So, but all in all, they've all had their moments where they've done some good stuff.
Talk about the chemistry line early on here. How's that going, and how important was it to have that 10-day, 2 days together pretty much every minute of the day?
You know, the chemistry's been good. You know, sometimes coaching staff, you want them to be a little more competitive and understand between the lines they're competing with each other for minutes, and we've had a couple of times where it's gotten a little testy. You know, as a coaching staff, you kind of like that early, because now we're trying to establish to each other, you know, who's going to be on the court the most. But the chemistry's been good. They're all getting along. That's a big factor, and this year will be a big factor in how we play this year out. And you know, early in the season right now, we're very early into what we're doing. It's been good.
Do you knock on the ROTC's door and have any of those guys come? Or?
You know, we have in the past. When I was an assistant here, we did some stuff, but we kind of built our own rules. You know, a lot of it based on the same types of things. You know, obviously, we gave out demerits for guys that missed assignments, or, you know, lack of effort or lack of communication, those types of things. You know, our big thing too was guys that were making mistakes. Nothing wrong with making a mistake, but if you're making a mistake over and over again, you know, that kind of shows that you're really not as focused as you need to be. That might have been one thing you got to demerit. Purple Hearts, obviously. There were some things, and a lot of leadership, a lot of talk about it, a lot of teaching, some examples of what it meant to be a good leader. So, didn't take directly, but obviously had a lot of their philosophy in mind.
Was the concept all yours, or was it something borrowed from Coach Barnes?
I mean, everyone's kind of done it over time. I've always liked it in the right context. I just thought with this team with so many new guys, it'd be a good wake-up call, but also a good rallying point for our team to kind of be excited about the 10 days and what the time we put in. We've had a good start. And we needed to have a good start. So to give ourselves a chance, I think the guys are understanding that so far.
How important was it to do that, to get kind of a sense of refocus? Because you guys weren't bashful about them, weren't happy with a lot that went on last season, and the end result wasn't what you wanted. How important was it to set a tone like that early to say that we need to get back to what we want to do?
I think it was very important. Our standards, weren't met last year. Our expectations weren't met last year, and that goes from top to bottom. There's no doubt about it. And you want a new taste in your mouth, to be honest. And this gets us off to a good start. And this isn't the only thing we need to do. We need to continue to grow as a team. We need to continue to raise the level and then meet those expectations. And that's what we're going to do day by day. Focus on improvement. It's crazy to think we've got a game in less than a week with an exhibition. A couple weeks after that, we'll be playing for real. And so there's a lot to do, and not a lot of time to do it. So that focus has to be there, that intensity has to be there. And to start off like this was very important to our staff and our program.
How eager are you now to get them back in the gym to just see, once you guys get into more of a regular practice rhythm, just how much those 10 days really paid off?
Well, we tried to base some of that. We tried to put the practice plans together a little bit so that we would see, the progress. There were a couple of times where we talked about exactly what we had been working on, and then let them play a 4-minute game. Just kind of see where we're at, see if it's carrying over to game situations. And now that's our job, to do that a little bit more, to really watch a little more film and see the mistakes we're making, correct them, and once again, see if we're going out and making the same mistakes or if we're taking jumps as a team. So that's the, obviously as the practices get closer to game time, you tighten up a little bit, and that's when you really have to be focused. So we'll talk a lot about that.
Everybody make it through healthy?
Pretty much. We had Caden, a little bit of a hamstring pull in one of the sessions. We had an early session that we really changed it up and went pretty long, and he tightened up a little bit. So precautionary, we kept him out. We kept him out for about a two-day period. Let's see who else. Juan's had a little tight back, little nicks and stuff that from a long stretch of time that'll do to you, but nothing major.